That's right. If we're not doubling, we're actually then playing a role, but a role of a thug, somebody that maybe gets shot and
security guard, the soldier that gets killed, all those little
So we have
small
to be
parts.
careful when watching.
For me, Meryl Streep, Kirsten Dunst, Madeleine Stowe. Those
Okay,
are three of the most famous.
Oh, okay.
But women don't do the same types of stunts as men. For the most part, women are doubling. And also, for the most part, women aren't killed as viciously in film and television. People don't want to see that.
No.
Our deaths are, they're not as shown. So we get a lot more doubling, not as many nasty deaths.
Insurance, but I mean, one of the things that happened a long time ago is we talked to insurance companies about what we do, and reality is we're not much more dangerous. In fact, they've actually classified us as safer than like firemen and policemen.
Absolutely.
Well, definitely.
Because those guys enter into a lot.
Control.
That's right. We're under controlled circumstances. Yeah. It's a job that is once in a lifetime experiences that you get.
Okay, the last question, because then we have to. The risk.
For me, it is the feeling that, again, that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Like, I will probably never have the chance to rappel headfirst off a skyscraper in downtown Toronto.
And plus, Marco, how many times can you die? You can die as many times as you want. What better profession you have?
Yeah. No, I mean, for us, it's like sometimes a stunt is dangerous or risky or requires a lot of skill, and when you finish that stunt, usually you feel very good afterwards that you've done something good and the crew appreciates it, and you're hoping that it gets left in the movie.
Great. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, the advantages I find of being married to somebody that is also a stunt performer is again, the understanding of the business. And there's not too many businesses where you can say, I have no idea what time I'm going to be home. I have no idea what time I'm going to finish work at. And we understand that.
Things that happen on set are unpredictable, and a lot of people can't deal with that, but someone like a stunt performer understands that.
One of the disadvantages of me understanding the business is I also know the dangers of it. And so when I'm not on set with Marco, I do find myself concerned.
One of the bad things is that we're both tied into the same industry, and if it's a bad year, it's a bad year for both of us, that kind of thing. So there's the good and the bad. Well, the most dangerous part of this stunt is actually what we're doing right now, setting everything up. Because when you come here, there's no safeties in place, and we sort of have to rig them up ourselves.
When Marco's doing a dangerous stunt, I try to not show my nerves or my nervousness about his dangerous stunt. I talk to him about it, I support him, but I don't let my worry show through. Quite often we'll be in a situation where there'll be explosions going off behind us. That is a situation which could potentially be very dangerous.
No, actually, this is the scary part right here, when you first kind of look over the edge and go, geez, that's a long way down. Is my rope going to hold? It makes you realize that the other person could get hurt, and rather than just seeing them go off to work, you do think more about making sure the person's ready for what they're getting into, that you do communicate more before the stunt about all the things that could happen. We have to work a lot together to try to make things work out and make sure that when the person does go to do something that is potentially dangerous, you feel good about watching them go out the door knowing that they're going to come back.
A stunt that I would love to do with Marco would be a big car jump, and either have Marco as my passenger or maybe he's jumping a car at the same time as I am. That would be my dream stunt to do with Marco.
I think my dream stunt to do with my wife would be hanging underneath a helicopter flying over the city. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, you know what? That would be pretty cool as well.
That would be more fun. The one she talked about would actually hurt a fair bit. the one I'm talking about would actually be a lot of fun.
It would.
Yeah.
It would. Welcome to International Film and Precision Driving Instruction Incorporated. I'm Leigh Brinkman, and it's my pleasure to take you on a guided tour through a world that most have only heard of. For decades, stunt performers have been perfecting their craft. From the early days of silent films, to the days of horse and rider and westerns, to modern-day pyrotechnics and high-impact automotive crashes and rollovers, the stunt performer has done what no one else dare. They have intrigued and bewildered us all. Their training? The school of hard knocks, sheer will and perseverance, and trial and error. Along with modern-day movies has come technology, but computer graphics and replication can only go so far. Some things are better left to the professionals. All IFPDI instructors, with their combined experience in motion pictures, film, and commercials, totaling more than 100 years, have stunt performed, choreographed, and directed some of film's most memorable action sequences. From rooftop jumps to flaming spirals to double cannons, our instructors have truly pushed every envelope. They have now come together and designed course curriculums which accentuate professionalism, originality, and above all else, safety behind the wheel. Our instructors are all active working stunt performers, coordinators, and directors. Let's meet them. Shane Cardwell. Prior to entering the film business in 1977, Shane traveled the thrill show circuit, competing against the likes of Evel Knievel himself. His specialty? Snowmobile jumping and motorcycle jumping. With many a world record under his belt, it was only a natural transition for Shane to become a stunt performer for film. Dubbed the best wheelman in Canada, Shane Cardwell. Gil Combs. Gil is a third-generation stuntman, his grandfather a stuntman in the 1920 silent era, followed by his father Gary in such groundbreakers as Hardcastle and McCormick. Gil galloped onto the scene in 1976 and still remembers his first rollover in the original Blues Brothers. Gil is undoubtedly the rollover king. Dwayne McLean. Dwayne is quite simply a living legend. 35 years ago, Dwayne set forth to have Canadian stunt performers as recognized as their Hollywood counterparts. And like anything else Dwayne sets forth to do in his career, his vision came to a reality. Dwayne, still at the top of his game today, has also trained more successful stunt performers than anyone else. IFPDI have created precision driving courses in a variety of levels. Novelty for those who crave the excitement of training with such legends and truly learning the capabilities of an automobile. Advanced, a step above with the enthusiast and stunt performer in mind. And finally, Pro Stunt for the established professional needing to round out their stunt portfolio to effectively perform in front of a camera with precision and professionalism. In addition, individual training and evaluation are available one-on-one with our instructors in all aspects of stunt performing. Truly, the experience of a lifetime.